Princess Diaries 3.
Princess Diaries 3.
Is anything about the Princess Diaries 3?
Any movement on Princess Diaries 3?
Will there be a number 3?
And do we know anything about Princess Diaries 3?
What about Princess Diaries?
Yeah, over the last 2 decades, Anne Hathaway and Julie Andrews have been asked over and over and over again if there would be a return to Genovia.
Genovia, Genovia.
Well, today, Anne broke away from the formula. Breakaway, and just told us.
A princess? Shut up!
Shut up! Shut up!
While it was reported that a new movie was in the works back in November 2022, this is the official word that Anne has signed on, and Adele Lim has signed on to direct. Adele made her directorial debut last year with Joyride, and she wrote the scripts for Crazy Rich Asians and Raya and the Last Dragon, but the Princess Diaries 3 script is already written. Yeah. So Anne wrote in her Instagram caption, "Miracles happen, back to Genovia with Adele Lim, Disney, and Somewhere Pictures, the fairy tale continues." Now, Somewhere Pictures is Anne's production company that she launched literally on the day that The Idea of You started streaming on Amazon Prime in May. So getting to produce this high-profile project is great for a production company in its early days, so it's a big win for Anne. Now, there's no word on any other cast members yet. Now, what I did, as I usually do, is took a look at past interviews of the stars of the movie to see what they said about a possible third. Well, there are more twists and turns in this recap than there were in the 2 movies combined. Okay, so here we go. So we're going to start. In March 2016, director Gary Marshall told People magazine that they were going to do number 3 in Manhattan. Here's Anne talking to Access Hollywood in May 2016.
I want it to happen. Everybody involved wants it to happen, but it's hard to get a movie made.
Well, someone involved didn't want it to happen because it didn't happen. Now, sadly, director Gary Marshall passed away just 2 months later, which seemingly shelved the project. But then in January 2019...
There is a script for the 3rd movie. It's just we don't want to do it unless it's perfect, because we love it just as much as you guys love it. It's as important to us as it is to you, and we don't want to deliver anything until it's ready, but we're working on it.
Then, watch what happens live 9 months later.
Anne Hathaway said there's a script finished.
She said there's a script finished?
She did.
Did she?
She said it, I think, on this show, maybe.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, the truth is I haven't heard.
Okay. And actually a week before Julie said that live, Anne seemed to take a few steps back on Live with Kelly and Ryan.
Will there be a number 3? That is the big question.
I don't know.
Is it possible?
You'll have to ask your boss. Disney? Is there going to be one Disney?
Okay. Then 2.5 years later, in May 2022...
I would more than entertain it. I'm pulling for it.
Then in November 2022, The Hollywood Reporter publishes that article that says it's a go.
Yeah, I think we know that it's probably not going to be possible.
But Julie basically kiboshed it a month later.
I'm that much older, and Annie, the princess, the queen, is so much older, and I'm not sure whether it would float or run.
Maybe with another generation.
Well, maybe, yes. I mean, but in terms of us doing it, I very much doubt that now.
And about 5 months later, Julie was still out of the loop.
Any movement on Princess Diaries 3?
Nope, none.
Okay.
Not that I'm aware of.
Right.
You have to ask somebody else.
Well, V Magazine asked somebody else, Anne, in May this past year. And Anne said, "We're in a good place. That's all I can say. There's nothing to announce, but we're in a good place." Well, 5 months later, Anne was in a place to officially announce it.
Shut up!
Now, what does this mean for Julie's involvement? I don't know. Now, back in 2022, Anne was adamant about having her back.
If there was any way to get Julie Andrews involved, I think that we would make it work. We would go to where she was and put a green screen behind her and make it happen.
Well, I couldn't help but think of a clip that I just used last week again. Whoopi was adamant about having Maggie Smith back in Sister Act 3.
If you need me to come over here and shoot it and do whatever we have to do, we will do whatever you want us to do. But we don't want to do it without you, Maggie.
But Disney has been dragging its habits on that threequel for almost 4 years now. And yeah, Maggie Smith, of course, passed away last week at the age of 89. Another dame turned 89 on Tuesday. I'll give you one guess who that was.
Let the work begin.
Come on, Disney, let's get moving on this. Now, I have to admit, I've not seen either one of these movies. So it's hard for me to really weigh in on which cast member should be back. I'm going to be very interested to see if they somehow come up with a way to have Sandra Oh back.
Capta.
No, sir.
The Queen is coming.
I don't really see how they'll be able to do that, but maybe they'll figure it away. And I think Julie Andrews, even though I haven't seen these movies, I have a feeling a cameo would be like more appropriate. I don't think she really needs to be a big part of the plot because I think they need to do something different. But yeah, I haven't seen this movie, so I can't really say anything. Kelly Clarkson on the soundtrack again? I think so. Come on. Yeah, what are your thoughts on Princess Diaries 3 officially being a go?